and welcome to another video from the Monro Mischief. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make this No Sew Hammock as shown by my boys Cosmo and Gomez. What you will need is 2 pieces of fabric which are of the same size. You can use fleece, cotton or something similar that won't fray. You'll also need some scissors, a ruler and washable fabric pen, pins or tailor's chalk or something similar to help you mark out the sizing. For mine I use 1 piece of blue and 1 piece of green fleece. Mine were also fat quarters, so I'm not too sure on the overall size, but I think they roughly started off at 48 by 52 centimeters, which I then marked up to make a little bit more equal. You want to make sure your hammock will be big enough to cater for all your rats to sleep on, play on, and if you want it to last, make sure it's big enough for when they grow up as well. So as you just saw, I was just knitting up my fabric because they were fat quarters, so they weren't very straight in sizing, as they are fabric offcuts and they weren't equal in size. I did keep my scrap fabric though, so you'll see what I did with them later on. I straightened out the fabric to make sure there was no kinks, and it was all lined up. For this bit though, you can use dressmaker pins if you have them, just to make sure that the fabric doesn't slip. For mine I decided to have the tassels at 7 centimeters long and 2 meters wide, just so it was stronger for my boys as they are dumbos, so I wanted to cater for their size and weight for when they're fully grown as well. Although if you do have smaller rats, you can possibly do smaller tassels or shorter tassels. So as I'm cutting the tassels, you'll see that I'm using a ruler. This is just to make sure that all of them will be the same height as well as the same thickness. As you'll also see, I didn't cut my corners. That is because I'll be turning my fabric over to hide the pen markings. It's also a good thing if you are using a fabric with a pattern to start off with the right side facing each other, just so when you mark it off it won't be showing on the pattern of the fabric that you have shown. Here I'm literally just straightening out the fabric and turning it over just so it hides the pen markings. As I said, this is a good thing to do if your fabric has a pattern on it. And then I'm just straightening it out, making sure there's no kinks, that it all lines up together before I start tying it. What you want to do is start tying the 2 pieces of fabric together. Sorry you can't see too well at first, and you'll want to do it on all sides. What you want to do for the corners is what I learned when I was making this video, so I made this mistake, is that if you want to attach loops later on, you want to leave those corners free. Although if you want to attach pear clip or any other kind of means of hanging it up, you can still tie those bits up and then later on add in those attachment devices. As I go, I'm just gently pulling the fleece just to make sure it will sit flat, and I'm also cutting out the bits of fleece I missed out in the corners. So I'm hoping you can see a bit better. You want to get one piece of the fabric from each side and just tie them together into a knot, and then you want to pull on it slightly as well, just to make sure that it's going to be strong enough to support your rat's weight, especially if they run and jump on it. I did one too many, so I just cut that off. As I said, you want to pull gently just to make sure that those will withhold some like jumping and playing, and just to make sure that they're strong enough. Down to the last few, and just give it a quick little stretch, make sure it will sit flat. Okay, so now you want to see what I did in a second with the scrap pieces of fleece. So what I did was find the corner. As I said, if you're going to use loops, to leave it untied. So I found my corner and I threaded it through. I threaded through one of them, I think it was like the green one on this one, and just tied the blue one to it, just so it camouflages in with the tassel edging of the hammock, and then pulled on that as well, just to make sure that was nice and snug. And then I loosely just twisted the fabric together, roughly to like the size that would make a good loop, and then I threaded through the other strand and then tied again, as I said, for a loop to hang some pear clips or some sort of shower curtain fixings or something. And then I basically just repeated that for the other three corners. Sorry, I'm not very good at explaining this bit. But you want to make sure that it'll be long enough. And here you are. And the boys are exploring their new hammock. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like, and hope that this made sense. The boys are fighting over the hammock already. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!